Warriors are rumored to be signing Andrew Bogut. Um, they actually may have signed him already by now. But to me, this is one of those sneaky big moves that it won't really get too much play on the sports channels or sports networks. But it's one of those moves that you will see play a big part in the Warriors winning another championship. Now, with the talent they have right now, they pretty much guaranteed to win another championship. But Andrew Bogut is just another really solid pickup in my opinion because yes, you do have DeMarcus Cousins, but DeMarcus Cousins, while he's not bad on defense, he's one of those guys who's known to be, you know, post up scorer, get you buckets, and he can defend. But you don't really, while you do have Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, you don't really want DeMarcus Cousins being your primary rim protector or having to guard Joel Embiid or Marc Gasol if they face the Sixers or the Raptors in the playoffs. You would much rather that be somebody like Andrew Bogut. And something interesting to see is if they do go through with the Bogut trade, is if they play Bogut at the 5 and Cousins at the 4. Now, they will be really big up front, but of course, the team that they're facing in the playoffs is probably going to pick on that lineup, put Bogut or Cousins in the screening role, and then force Cousins or Bogut to guard one of the better guards, and they will probably mess up the Warriors defensively, but it still will be interesting just to see. More than likely, they're going to have in the fourth quarter Draymond at the 5, Iguodala or Durant at the 4, and then Iguodala, Durant at the 3, Klay Thompson and stuff. That's probably they're gonna stick with that lineup. But in the first through third quarters, maybe even early fourth quarter to give the starters some rest, it will be interesting to see what that lineup would look like with Bogut and DeMarcus in at the same time. Um, Bogut, he's never really been, a go-to scorer. That's not really what he does. What Bogut is known for is being a just a solid rim protector. He's actually a pretty good passer. It won't really show up in his stats as far as his assist numbers, but if you watch the game, you can see that when he has the ball in his hands, when the Warriors play him in the high post a lot, he makes really good decisions. Um, and looking at his career, he's averaged 1.6 blocks for his career. Bogut is 7 foot tall, 260, so he is one of those big men who's not just going to get bullied around in the post. He's solid. He's 260. He's solid, and he might even be a little bit more than that. In this 2017-2018 season, in 20 games, on 4 attempts, his opponent was shooting 41.8% from the field. I believe the season that he won with the Warriors was the 2015-2016 season, and on 10 attempts per game, his opponent was shooting 43.9% from the field. And if we move on to checking the playoffs, in the 2015-2016 season, in the playoffs, on 6.6 attempts, his opponent was shooting 30.93%. 39.3% from the field. Now, that's not that many attempts, but what you have to keep in mind also is how many shots did he deter or get opponents to change their mind on, as far as the opponent was about to go up for a layup or a dunk, but they saw Bogut coming to protect the rim to possibly block a shot or take a charge or just get in their way to contest a shot, and maybe the opponent had to kick it out or stop and kick it to someone else. So definitely definitely a solid move by the Warriors. Besides DeMarcus Cousins, they didn't really have anyone else to play the center position. They have Jordan Bell and Kevin Looney, but those guys are a little bit lighter. And if you face somebody like Joel Embiid or even Marc Gasol, Al Horford, or whoever, You definitely want a big man who can defend and hold his own down there in the post without giving up too much on defense. So the Warriors are favored even more, I guess, to win the championship. Um, but it still would be interesting to see them against teams like, let me see, the Raptors, the Rockets with Clint Capella, maybe even OKC. Let's see. I know. Well, not in the finals. They're going to face these teams probably in the Western Conference Finals. They're going to face the Raptors in the finals, but they might face the Rockets or the OKC in the semifinals or Western Conference Finals. So Raptors in the finals. Maybe even Denver in the semifinals or Western Conference Finals. Um, Let me see. And coming out the East, you might have Boston, the Raptors, Giannis with the Bucks, or even Philly. So definitely going to be interesting to see how things turn out, but another solid pickup for the Warriors.